thanks for stopping by. I'd like to preface this video by saying it is not a knitting tutorial, but it means to have something playing in the background while you work on your own project. If you're like me and really enjoy having something on while you work, sometimes the content you like is very visually engaging, and you're several hours in and haven't gotten nearly as far along in your project as you would have liked to. So that's where I come in. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. You had to wait a whole day for me just to show you adding this color. We are working on the Mitt the Family knit along. The pattern is available online for purchase, and the Ravelry link is in the description box if you care to join us. I am at the stage where I just finished doing the cuff, so we have our 10 rows that I needed for my size hand, and we're going to incorporate our new color, which is purple, so that it looks like our first mitt here, and we're just going to go ahead and do that. And I will also give you a warning that my battery is in the red right now, so if it cuts out before the end, know that I do appreciate your time, and I'm sorry, but I have no juice anywhere else to spare for a proper outro, so that'll just be the end of the video wherever it cuts out, but I'm hoping that's not the case. I'm hoping this is a fair and early warning to let me know that I don't have much time left with you guys. Video-wise, plenty of time. I am immortal. I will be here forever, but video may not. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and add my purple. I need to increase my stitch count by 2, but it just says knit around, so that's what I'm gonna do. So I got a loop here. I'm gonna add a stitch. It didn't say how to add, it just says increase by 2. So I said okay. I will do that. So I increased 1 already, so I'm gonna knit about halfway and then increase another. Just so that they don't look too obviously like right next to each other, you know? But yes, I am super excited to go through and have a matching set of mitt thingies. I'm not super proud of the first one I made, but I am realizing now that I've probably overthought it. And that's probably, well, it's not even probably, it's great thanks to Jenny, who has been with me every step of the way of this one here, and has offered some wisdom onto how to use DPNs better than I was. Though I'm chicken, I'm not gonna try because I don't want to mess it up again, so I'll just go with the circulars as I am right now for the rest of this one. But if I encounter another pattern that seems to be DPN specific, then I'll probably try. Okay, so we're kind of like halfway, maybe a little more, but not too bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and add my other stitch. keep knitting around as you do when they tell you. Okay. Cool. And I'm knitting this for the size medium hand. It goes up to large. So that kind of gives you something to say, because if my hand's medium, it's like, how big is the large then? Because I thought I would have been more like a normal lady size hand, but apparently not. Alright, so now that I have like added my other added the purple, I'm gonna knot these together so they don't kind of go all which way. Just to hold them in, and then when I'm done, I'll weave in the ends and make it look all nice. But it'll be in the inside, so thankfully it won't matter too much. And this pattern is reversible. Because I'm adding a second color, it doesn't look good on the other side, so it is what it is. Okay, cool. So now that I've knit around with my new color, it wants me to do the pattern and do that for 10 rounds as well. So the cuff was 10, then working in pattern is another 10. So we'll go ahead and start. Why does it look like that? Oh, my yarn was turned the other way. So now I'll bring my new yarn in front. I got all that fixed up. So we'll just do our pattern as such. So I hope you're all having a good day wherever you are. It's still Sunday night where I am, so I can't speak to how my week has gone because it's past Paws and Pearls. Future Paws and Pearls has no idea what's in store, so I'm hoping it's still going pretty well. I know it's going to be heckin' stressful because of one of my coworkers being out this week, and with the whole restructure of my department, there's not a lot of certainty as far as how things are going to be looking with ad coverage. So we're just kind of going by the seat of our pants right now. I know my new boss wants to be very helpful, but I know they're also learning a lot of things right now too. And it's starting to get busier at my job now that we've learned that we're going to continue to work from home. It's kind of added all new elements to the day-to-day. And I'm just like, I'm ready for that vacation. But it's sad because of the pandemic, I can't go anywhere. And I'm not really a person who likes to travel anyway, but I honestly had some ideas of some places I was gonna want to go this year. I have since spent that money on yarn. So I guess it's worked itself out in that aspect, but I'm like, dang it. Like, it was actually kind of interesting because I got this, I got a notice from this local yarn shop, and they had sent me, because I was part of their mailing list back in the early winter, they're like, hey, in the spring we're gonna have this retreat. We're gonna bus everybody out to this wonderful home, and you're gonna have some lodging, and there'll be food, and you can knit. We're gonna be working on this sweater, and it's just a long weekend where everyone gets together, and it's a knitting retreat. And I was like, hey, that sounds really fun. and it was expensive, but I was like, that's cool, you know, I'll save up for it or whatever. But then this happened. Pandemic hit. And I'm like, wow. One, I'm glad I didn't, you know, put all my eggs in one basket, but at the same time, that really stinks because it looked like it was going to be a really fun time. So there was also this email I got. It was from yarn.com actually, and it was about a cruise, a knitting cruise, and that was also expensive. And I did not sign up for it because, again, it would have required a lot more time planning on saving and everything and setting money aside, and then you still had to buy your ticket to get to the port where the cruise would start. And I told my partner about it. I was like, there's a knitting cruise, like, wowee. But it also was around the same time as the other knitting retreat, and again I just like bypassed it, and then the pandemic happened, so it's like, well, I couldn't have gone anyway. But those would have been two really fun things to do, I think. So maybe if things are better and they do it again one year, then I'll be able to participate. But I don't know. It's kind of sad. But I just want to just go somewhere where I can be out in public and not scared to death of catching anything, giving anyone anything. So strange. I feel like there was some news I was going to share with you guys. I don't remember what it was. Oh, I think it was about the water cooler. Yeah, we're already out of water. I didn't expect that to happen. The water cooler came on last Tuesday, and I set it up during my lunch break. Everything was going fine, and thankfully nothing weird has happened with it. But my partner and I have become obsessed now with the instantaneous water. I mean, duh, I could just turn on my faucet and get water, but we need to use a filter because the water's not that great around here, and then it's not cold, so we just prefer to have filtered water. And it's definitely a privilege to be able to have it. And the whole thing was with the special discount because you're like first time customer. The cooler itself was like $197, and the cooler, or like the water jug, 5 gallons, is like $6.99. But now that we're almost out and our next delivery isn't until late August, we've elected to bump up our jug delivery to 2 jugs instead of 1 a month, and we'll see how that goes. And I honestly think it might just be a fluke because it's new and we want to drink it and try it out, but it's so nice because it's